Hi, I want to tell you guys about my Ramblin Woman swatch I made out of acrylic vintage yarn that my mom got at a thrift store, and how that steeking experiment went. Hi, my name's Gabie of Gabie's Goodies on Instagram and Gabie's Goodies Design on loveknitting.com. And this is Wookie, my little dog. He's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and he wanted to join my podcast today. And he's a very affectionate little guy. So, like I said, I made a swatch for the Ramblin Woman Cardigan by Caitlin Hunter of Boyland Knitworks, and I made it out of this yarn. It is, I'm pretty sure it's all acrylic. My mom got it from a thrift store, and it looks like it used to be a kit, but I don't have the instructions with it. So it looks like it has plenty of yarn to make a large cardigan, but it's only 4 colors, so I'm gonna have to modify the from the original pattern of 7 colors. But I wanted to make a swatch and attempt to steek the swatch because it's acrylic yarn, which is not ideal for steeking. So I decided that I was going to sew on either side of where I cut for the steek. And in order to do it without it getting all hung up in my machine, I put a piece of fabric on the back side. And then I used a zigzag stitch to sew seams on either side of where I'm going to cut. And then I cut it, which if it was actually a real sweater, I would have been rather nervous about. So this is what I ended up with. Like I said, it had the fabric on it, and I cut it. So this is half of it. And here's my seam. I've realized I need to leave a smaller space between my seams because this is pretty long. So there's all my ends. And if I had not sewn it, this could eventually just unravel. But I think with I did 2 seams of the zigzag stitch down it. So I think that that'll definitely hold the stitches. You can't even see it on the front. It's right here. Maybe on this dark spot you might be able to see a little bit of stitching, but not really. So I was thinking I might do a cute fabric on my actual Ramblin Woman sweater. And then in order to hide this rough edge, wrap it around. So my original seam was under here, and so I folded it over like this. So my seam's here, and fold it over, and then wrap it around that raw edge, and then make another stitch so that there's no raw edge left. So I think if I did it for my actual sweater, I would do my original seam closer to where I'm going to cut it, so that when I wrap it over, I don't have quite this much fabric. But it would make it so that the raw edge is totally covered and not raw anymore. And then I'd be able to just, have my stitches picked up here and have my button band here. And then on the inside, it would look like this, folded over. And I might actually end up having to lightly stitch this down so that it doesn't poke out. Especially it being acrylic, it's not really going to behave. Typically blocking a wool yarn will take to blocking and kind of accept what you tell it to do, whereas the acrylic won't. So I'm definitely gonna have to stitch it down. So I'm thinking of doing something like that. And honestly, if the fabric is cute enough and goes well enough, I wonder if you could even leave it like that without a button band. I don't know, probably not. I'll probably end up picking it up and doing a button band like it says. So I think it will totally work. I have no fear that this will come unraveled after seaming it. So I think that'll work really well. And I'm excited that it works well because the yarn is free, and I think it will make a really cute cardigan. And he's trying to eat my knitting. Say hi, Wookie. Just so you know, he's a very affectionate, sweet little dog. Can you say hi? And he's very cute. But if y'all have any comments or suggestions about this, I didn't look at any tutorials. I just kind of went with what I already knew about steeking, which was very little, just things I had seen people do. And modified it to use the sewing machine. So it seems to have worked. It will stay, and I think it will work quite well. So let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you've ever done color work with acrylic and done steeking as well with acrylic yarn. I will let you guys know how mine turns out later as I continue to knit the Ramblin Woman cardigan. I haven't actually started the pattern yet, but I will soon, and I'll plan out all my colors. I did consider adding one more color to this. So this is the only 4 colors I have currently, but I had this in my stash, and it's a little bit brighter, but I think it might work as one of the kind of pops of color in there. I don't know, it might be too much. We'll see. Maybe I'll do another little swatch and see if it works. Anyways, I hope you guys found that interesting, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.